gone is a lot in the factory. An hour and a half gone is a lot in the emails. An hour and a half gone is a lot of customers that we lose. So let's just accept that we can do better. Are we together? Okay, now I'm an energy girl. Ooh. If I'm talking to you, give me energy back, Abby. Don't just look at me like a potato. It's a spiritual problem. When I talk, just say, your body language. Like A, E, O, U. Yeah, but you can't just, so please, I just want to lay that ground. And I know we are in an economic crisis. I know there are a lot of issues in our country. I know that many people don't have a reason to even be happy because they are regretting so many things. They are angry at the state of affairs. We are all having an issue about something. But we need to understand that we are at a destiny moment. Destiny moment is when you cannot go back. You can't stand still, and you have to go forward. And there is no Messiah coming somewhere coming to save Namibia. The only people that will save Namibia right now are in Namibia. And if you don't do your part, somebody will come and take your fruit and enjoy Namibia while you are not enjoying your country. Oshirinawa? Nah. My sister, Miss Samak, welcome. Good to see you. I love you. Yeah, I love you all, but I love her, Okay, I want to acknowledge the leadership, Uncle Shivute. When I came in here this afternoon, when you see people like this, okay, you see what I mean. This is not fashion. This is wisdom. And what the Bible says, it says the young people will dream dreams and the wise will see visions. Now the challenge in Namibia, it's very easy. Hello Ndafa, you're welcome, darling, come. Hello. Whenever we travel abroad and we go to countries and you talk about Namibia's situation, they say, you don't have elders? Kamuna kulunu. They will ask you that. And if you say you have elders, they will say, why are you not making use of your elders? Why are the youth committing suicide? Why are your citizens not growing? Why are you not doing things better? Muna katikeni. So the question is no longer on them. The question is, do you see the value? Do you see the value in the elders? The people that are carrying the scars, that bled for the... You think you are suffering. You don't know suffering. To be told you can't enter this building because you are black. You can't go to this toilet because you just go to the mall, Marua Mall, just enter. Hello, chuku chuku, osapi, teninga. Chuku chuku, I'm on my phone. 3 million people, you don't have elders? You don't talk to your elders? Because we can never run the race alone. The race is not for Tapewa or Dimina. That name was happening when there was maybe a domestic situation. You know what the Bamboo names how they are. The cameraman will edit later. The Bamboo names is like Ndaluliwa. Why do you want to call a child Ndaluliwa? You know? So Diminapo is telling you there was a war, there was a misunderstanding, and somebody, where to Diminapo? So you are forgiven. Yeah. But all those Bamboo names, there's always like a story there. But don't do that. Don't give kids Nyengwa. Ndaluliwa business. Ndamoni khuna ne business that show about ndakonja. Why are you conjuring in 2025? Give happy names, eh? Should then you people have those names of your companies? Okay, so what I want to do today, I want to facilitate a conversation. Just let's talk. I know the introduction was so big English and Dafa walked in, it's like, whoa! And when you hear this English, you're like, yeah? The boy is a majid, eh? And then you look at the fact that she just grew up with Tate Kanjuapa. Just a normal girl from Khamienta, 16, 13. I'm just a normal girl, born by parents working class. My father was a truck driver. Our father, Nangula, is here, my sister. She has no choice but to be here by fire, by force. And my mother was a teacher. Our mother was a teacher. All I knew then There's nothing I hate. You know, everybody has an itch, something you don't like. And I'll give you an opportunity with a song in the background to tell me what is your itch. Everybody has a problem. Men think women have issues. Men also have issues. Yes, you have an issue with unemployment. You have an issue with the health sector. You have an issue with alcohol. Issue with there's something disturbing everybody. And before I unpack what I prepared, I really want just a quick thing, a circle. Just say my name is ABC. My itch is what? So I'll tell you my itch, and you take from my example. But you talk quickly. Don't tell me your grandmother's name, and then just go to the problem. What is disturbing you? What is it finances? Is it industrialization? Is it corporate governance? Is it compliance? Is it African trade agreement? There's something disturbing everybody economically. I don't want to hear about blood pressure or witchcraft. And oh, by the way, all these African dramas, the people say, people are bewitching you. But I think we know business. And I look at myself when I'm talking to people and they're saying, oh, they've been bewitched. I look at the person and I'm looking at myself, I'm like, sweetheart, you're not witchable. There's no witchcraft in Amalinga. This is what Hosea says in the Bible, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. Perish does not mean you're not alive. It means you are alive, but you are not manifesting your purpose. You are not successful. That is perish. But which witches are inside that cannot fix this economy? So, but all day. Then they're unskilled witches. Because if I was a witch, I would fix the economy. So please, I don't want to hear about any of those things. Where is Emma? I heard Emma laughing. Yeah, no, there's no witchability here. There's a problem with knowledge, and there's a problem with our interpretation of knowledge. And if we do better, we'll go to a better place. And the better place is where we want to see Namibia. That is my philosophy. Are we good?
Yes.
Nah?
Yeah.
Okay. I need energy, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever your itch, I'm also a trainer, I'm an author. Yeah, let me write from here. Whatever your itch is, it must move us all from A to B, where B is a better place. So when you talk and you say, my problem is the health, I want to see better hospitals, or I want to invest in hospitals. Because the lawmakers are here, the policy makers are, that's why we're having this talk. Because if we don't deal with the policy deficiency in our country, on our continent, we are going to leave this earth and nothing has changed. The young people will be saying, our elders have done nothing. But the elders have prophesied, they gave the vision, but they didn't catch it. Do you understand? So whatever your itch is, your problem must move us from A. A is now current where you are. Currently, I'm living in a Basho. I want to own Osona. I want to own house. I want to fix housing. I want to see better malls owned by black people. Don't be afraid of saying that, because we have a problem in our country psychologically. Chinese have an association for Chinese. I have Chinese friends, but they tell me, you cannot come here, it's only Chinese. And I accept, because despite us being friends, they are very clear that it's for us Chinese. The Pakistanis in Komasdal, when they come from Pakistan, they live like sardines. Sardines mokaken. They stay, they are 10 in a flat, and they get $1 million, that's Totaum. And then they get $1 million, that's Totankwao. He goes out cell phone shop. This one goes out cell phone shop. They're unapologetic about what they want to do for fellow Pakistanis. The Germans, Mr. Hecht, he's my friend. We were together a month ago. He stands in front of the president and he says, ask the Germans, Namibian-speaking Germans, we want to do the following. Very clear what it means for their success of themselves and for their race. But come to black people. You don't even want to say black issues. You are not Chinese, darling. This fake group knows. can never be Japanese. Accept your identity. The problem with black people is because of the notion of black empowerment, or blackness. Because we think black is a color. Black is not a color. When we say Black Friday, which I don't like, it's not a color. Black is an assumption where you say to be black is like having a negative connotation. But what about black excellence? Do you know that black people can be excellent? I refuse to believe I'm not excellent. Darling, smell me. Everything about me, I beg. You understand? And you need to have that confidence. As a black person, don't be apologetic. There's nothing wrong with doing business with each other. Because other tribes, other races, they believe in it. And you are stuck in an identity crisis. How to tell and go, no, the economy. Yes, because you are not going on that dalunde. You are not going to the real issue. So if your issue is the quality of black businesses, which is my issue, say it. If the issue is the state of the black businesses, say it. Because they are having meetings for the Chinese businesses. They don't care. To them, you are a consumer. You come in their shop right now at Chinatown. You drive in Newton Street. I love you all Newton Street. Good to see you, my brother, my boy. Man. You all know Newton Street, Chinatown. Dinapama is on this side with NBC. Go to Chinatown side. Black people, black entrepreneurs are selling hotelelas in gazebos. In an independent country. Apart from independent, they are home country. So we have normalized poverty in such a way that we don't have a standard. You must, okay, fine to be poor, but you must have a limit. We will not go below this level. Our poverty will not go below this level. I know I'm touching a nerve. Something is.
Is it nice to be poor?
No, we'll unpack it. Poverty is not even welcome in this space. But even if you are poor, even if you are single, or even if you are disadvantaged, you must have a standard. Kuja, this is the minimum. Why are the Chinese not in the gazebos? When the wind comes, all those things are thrown on lumber. In the country of their birth. And leadership, take note. I'm okay with that. And we're just driving past, beep, beep, how much? We park, and then the Chinese, even if he's poor, he has a level which I will not be below this point. I'll only be poor up to this. I will live in my factory, I will live in my shop. Have you seen them? They even cook in their shop. They cook. Their children are going online school if they have to. But they have dignity. Kucha, not below this point. And then who's at the entrance? Our young girls and boys. It's at that level. Because we don't have industries. What I want to happen today, and I told Emma, I just want to disturb you. I just want when you go home, you feel like that song of Kwela. Sing it. That's all I want. You look educated, you are exposed. I'm not here. This is a doctor. These are professionals. I can't educate you. Kabo is a graduate. I mean, everybody here has got a profile. I'm not here to look smart or to be smart. I just want to disturb you. When you go, you are angry. When you're eating bubblegum, you are angry. You want a change, and you know that you are the agent of change. That's all. Are we good? Okay. So what is my itch? My itch is poverty. And Namalenga asked earlier, is it good to be poor? The poverty I'm talking about is not food. Africa doesn't have food poverty. Do you understand? The poverty I have. This one, if you have poverty here, oh, Jesus, we can't talk. And that is what Hosea was talking about. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. Namibia is perishing, guys. Namibia currently, the state of the economy, 3 million people, half of them unemployed, half of those that are unemployed, unemployable. Yes? Even if you call them now, come and work, they have no skill. So, we have a skills deficit across sectors. When I say across sectors, every industry is crying. Every industry is saying, we need skills. We need skills. We need skills. Automotive, skills. Clothing manufacturing, skills deficit. Tourism, skills. Farming, skills. And then we were colonized in such a way, we look down on skilled people and we look up to graduates. And now our problem is we even have unemployed graduates. Oversupply. Which means it's called Ngwangwano, Shwambo. You are just confused. I always say in our network, and please, if you hear me say Namalanga, just understand we are umbilical cord people. So if you keep hearing me say, it's not to make him stand out, it's because it's my guy. We died together, man. Economic struggle. Uncle, yeah, we died. But he died first. I can't die first. I can't even die now. I tell God sometimes, God, die for what? Me that's so busy. No, or Mozambique, those people want to die. They are bombing themselves. God and I, we have a beautiful relationship. And God knows I'm just too busy. I've got vision. I'm just too busy. And even let's say now, God says, no, Tapewa, you must die. I'm just going to rest. Maybe I die Thursday. Friday, I'm unpacking, fixing my room in heaven. Saturday, we are starting business. There's no e-wallet problem there. Me to go sing Kumbaya. Kumbaya for what? Is that story even real? Come on, if you die, Kumbaya. I'm not going to give up Kumbaya. No, I'm a businesswoman on earth and in heaven. So we're going to do business right there. Keep that in your mind, okay? If you want to die and go rest, good luck. Okay, that was just a light one, but it's true. So my age is poverty. Poverty of the mind. Poverty of the attitude. Poverty of knowledge. Black people are in debt. Business owners, these young people, taking loans, 30% interest. No mentors. You cannot take a loan of 30% if your business is growing at 8%. And when things get tough, no one has bewitched you. You have no knowledge, or you had insufficient knowledge. Are we together? Skills. There's a program now on Radio Energy. That's Job Shop. Do you know it? If you listen to it for 4 days consecutively, they will say, I'm calling, I'm in Havana, I'm looking for any job. Imagine a 24-year-old young Namibian in a jurisdiction, in a democratic country, looking for any job. And then you peel it, you ask further, what do you do? Anything. Imagine a business owner, and somebody comes in your door, Joanna, and they're saying, I can do anything. Can you hire that person? You can't. And then when the program presenter goes deeper, this one says, even Moka Bettinger. Now we've got national development saying NDP 6. Vision 2030, we have 4 years to go. Africa Trade Agreement, SDGs. It's saying we need manufacturing, we need economies of scale, we need transformation, we need industrialists. Those industries must be entrepreneurs. And then you've got the young people who must ultimately work in those factories. They want to work more betting. Just look at that contrast. So what is going on? Who will build the industry with people that want to work who are betting. And I'm not looking down on betting, but that's the reality. I told you tonight, I don't want to disturb you. Are we together? Who can start a business today and you look at the profile of your people and seriously that person first loan in the bank? How? And then you must go to the bank and take a loan of 15% locally. But how will you manufacture? Do you know what skill you need to run a factory? To compete against South Africa, to compete against Mozambique, to build economies of scale. How? We are not okay. And we must not pretend we are okay. So that is Topewa's speech. If you have a mentality problem, we can't talk. You can have the bad fashion, I don't have a problem. But if your mind is poor, that is what will kill this country. So I think as leadership, you need to have an appetite for rich minds. You ask an average young person, I went to a talk at the university. I'm asking, okay, Africa Trade Agreement, NDP 6, okay. NDP 5, oh. Harambe Prosperity Plan, not even 2, not even 1. Now what must God do? Delete you. If I was, that's what me, I can't be a pastor. If I was a pastor, darling, at my church, there would be Sebastian Netuka will come from retirement in my church, just controlling the pastor. I don't have that spirit of mediocrity. We are late. We are supposed to be running towards our developmental goals. And I'm telling you, if you don't wake up, and I'm talking to you as indigenous Namibians, I'm emphasizing indigenous. I'm not apologetic about black. I'm not apologetic about NIF. NIF is not a bad thing. We backed it as a nation. But NIF is not saying we want white companies. Topewa doesn't want Sanlam. But NIF is acknowledging that Sanlam had 100 years advantage before you. It's to acknowledge that you are coming in at a disadvantage. Your first house is your first house. The others, their house they find is their third house. It's not to discriminate white and black, it's to acknowledge that we came in at independence in a structurally skewed economy that was created for job seekers. Now we must become job creators. And you need a conducive environment. You cannot navigate like that. You cannot tell me all the successful companies are just white. And all the black ones are suffering. You cannot convince me. There's something structurally wrong. And that's what I want us to fix. As a leadership, the structural. We can encourage the young people to become entrepreneurs. Start. They will just reach that ceiling. Because if Kandioba doesn't get out, how will they come in? Topewa must graduate. Who is the baby forever? If we don't graduate economically, we can't mentor these ones to come in. So that's the uncomfortable things that we don't like to talk about is now my strength. Because I can do it. I beg. I was born in Khamienta. So I can be Herero, Nama, Damara, Chwana, Bambu, alles. I don't have that controlled environment to offend you. But I have the
inhibition.
Inhibition, I beg. Big word, doctor. So after today's inhibition. Do you get what I'm saying? I just want to lay the foundation. Are we together? Yes. Have I lost you somewhere?
No.
I saw some people nodding. I could feel the energy here. And this opportunity will now go to you to tell us your itch, but very quickly. You can't take as long as I did. Yes? And then I'm going to weave it together. My first skill is hairdressing. So at the end, what you are saying, there's some of the things that will become homework. Some things must become short-term goals. Some things must become medium-term goals. Some things we must do together. Some things we must not do together. One last thing we need to do as a black race is to call each other out. We're no longer colonized. We are free to say, you are doing a bad job, my sister. You are free to say, we're doing a bad job, my brother. One thing that we are bad at is infrastructure maintenance. Drive around all the government flats, like us that were born before independence. You look at the government flats, you are like, cats are greeting you. Cats, meow, what's a cat doing at the government flat? And you don't see something wrong. That's not a white issue. That is a black issue. Our mentality. The Angolan says, our mentality is not okay. We have to call each other out. So the things they did wrong, we know. But there are some things we are doing wrong. And we must call each other out. We must put each other to our places and fix the remaining time that we have left. Because ultimately, B is to leave Namibia better than how we found it. Meaning when we die, we have left Namibia better than how we found it. And that's a business vision, that is a personal vision, that is a family vision, which are how have you left Namibia better. Don't be in your coffin like this. No, you must be a good corpse. In the coffin, the quality. Yeah, you can even do lashes. Like me, I want lip gloss because I've done my part. Some people, if you see some of these people, you go and you look at the body, you're like, ooh. Because that person didn't fulfill their assignment. No matter how will you look in your coffin, you know. Okay, over to you, Mr. Moderator. Part of business is lightheartedness because business is very stressful. So if you don't make your own jokes, I think you'll die. You will find yourself in the pharmacy saying, May I just drink water and pray because we make light moments light. Otherwise, good luck to you. You have a first aid kit in your car, in your home, in your office. God bless. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's do it. We'll do it as short as possible, but let's not also rush because an itch will remain if you don't mention it.
It will become an allergy.
Yes, and then it will graduate into wound. So let me start with myself. I've said my name is Tudimenapo Shindome. I am the co-founder of Wapeka Cleaning Materials, a company that is into manufacturing of cleaning detergents and toilet paper. I make that. Cleaning detergents and toilet paper. Now, as young as I am, my itch is, us as young people, where are we placed in this country? Because we are featuring in a lot of spheres, yet you don't know if you fall under the Ministry of Youth, because there's an element of us now that are in business, that are manufacturing. Are we in industries? Where are we placed as SMEs? And the Prime Minister speaks about creative industries, and then he also speaks about what can you do with your own hands. So I'm on that part.
Okay, I'll come to that.
Yeah. Thank you. So as you stand up, please introduce what you do and let's get the ball rolling. No, I've started. You continue.
No, Uncle didn't say his itch. I'm sure he has a box.
Okay, sorry.
Or a container of itch.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Right. My name is Vaino Jivute.
Doctor.
Retired. But currently I'm the SWAPO Party district coordinator for the Windhoek district. My itch maybe not directly related to business, but it's something that impacts on businesses that can affect businesses, especially when they deal with government offices. Because as a business person, you cannot avoid dealing sometimes with government. Whether it's you need payments for something,
Compliance.
when to export, to import, pay taxes, you do this and that, you deal with government. Now, my biggest itch is no consequences for wrongdoing, no consequences for non-performance. We have people in offices, they are not performing, not doing what they are employed for, what they are paid for, but nothing happens to them. You have people in offices, they do wrong things that actually affect businesses, affect the country, pull it down, but nothing happens to those people. That is not going to help the country from moving forward. So that is my biggest gripe at the present moment. Thank you.
Good evening, comrades.
Good evening.
Okay, I'm Joanna Leonard. I'm an estate agent, civil engineer, Topel Kavika coordinator, TKI Institute. Yeah, no, we have trained so many entrepreneurs, and even us going through the whole business industry. I think my biggest itch right now is how do we then, given the employment rate and everything, I think I want to know, or rather I want to discuss on how we can help entrepreneurs scale their businesses. Because scaling businesses means getting people or allowing entrepreneurs to employ more people and reduce this employment rate. Yeah, so that is, even me, I go to bed and I think of my businesses and I'm just like, how do I now move from here? Yeah, so that is my issue.
Good evening. My name is Esther Brantes. I'm from the Topo Kadeko Institute. My biggest issue right now is unemployment. So I want to know, how do we then push the youth to go more into the TVET sector to learn both knowledge and skills as opposed to just learning knowledge at universities? Thank you.
Thank you. Let me also announce that we are live, so the president might be watching us.
Okay.
Good evening, comrades. My name is Comrade Abner Nakatana, and I'm a criminal justice student. My biggest pet peeve is the lack of unity among the youth. So I want to know how our elder leaders are going to help us, the youth, to actually unite. Because in the Party SWAPO manifesto, we talk about youth empowerment.
Good evening, good people. My name is David. My surname is Namale. I work for the Nabama Manufacturing and Supply. We manufacture and supply. We dress people. I don't know what each is. My problem is...
That's the itch.
My problem is ignorance. If there is a person who is prepared to solve ignorance problem to me today, I will give you 1 million.
Yeah. Tender. But please elaborate.
There's a tender out there. Just remember when you stand up.
Make it work. Remove ignorance from our people. No, I'm just saying, and on a serious note, ignorance is the biggest problem. If we don't address the issue of ignorance, we will never move. That I can tell you. So what is ignorance? Why ignorance is a problem to me? You know, when I was young, the founding president used to say there are big things that destroy our nation. He used to mention disease. What another one?
Food.
Poverty. Another one, there are 4. Alcohol abuse, and then ignorance. Many of us did not understand why ignorance is among the 4. We are highly ignorant, and we must individually address our ignorance. So, as we sit here, all of us today, everybody think a problem is with somebody else. No one will own his problem. Is there anybody who want to own to say, look, this is me, this is my mistake, this is my inability, this is my incompetence. We don't we don't interrogate ourselves. And we are refusing. When you are saying a leader, you are like looking at somebody somewhere. But you lead your own company manufacturing of detergent. But you want to look at somebody, and somebody will have a problem. So we are highly ignorant, and we need to address ignorance. So we need, I like what you say, that you are inviting government and the leaders to come and unite you. I am putting it back to you that revisit yourself, see how you can unite yourself with your colleagues.
With your youth.
Take responsibility of uniting yourself. You have a duty to unite yourself. Yeah. So why are we not united? Why are you not united? We are not united because our duty, we do not believe we can grow together.
Yeah.
If no one in this country, you want to grow at the expense of another one. Why should we do that? And that's why our economy is not moving. Because everybody, why don't you appreciate when you see other countries are growing and the yours must not grow? And when you see somebody, and this is what I said to people in this country to say, councillors, their duty is to discuss how the CEO is going to be fixed.
Imagine.
But we have people in Havana who have no houses. But their duty is to make sure that the CEO is fixed. Do we elect you to go and fix the CEO? Look at a misaligned duty. A wrong agenda. Do you see that? So let me end here.
Hey.
What do you?
These are the things we are talking about. Feel free, darling.
Very much free.
Amen.
Good evening, comrades.
Good evening.
My name is Akawa Olivia M. My problems are a lot, but I'm going to go to the most significant ones. One is accessibility to leaders once we elect them into position. They become VIPs. I must make an appointment. That appointment will only be responded to 6 months later. My problem by then I've already solved it myself, or I've found another solution. But could have been easier through you. So I think candidate of choice, Windu Quest, her approach is very, very much accessible. You don't need to make that appointment, just go straight. Walk in, give your issue, she'll address you, find the solution. I think most of our leaders need to take the example from here. And then let's give credit where it's due. We wait for people to die, so we give them their flowers. Take your flowers right now.
Amen.
And then the other one is the lack of regulation. And where regulation exists, it's the lack of implementation. Like right now, the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, it promises so many people out of poverty and all that, but we don't see the implementation here. It's very sad when you have regulations that exist, but you cannot reach the relevant bodies to help you implement. In as much as the SWAPO manifesto is promising, in as much as the young people must get involved, funds, and just the wisdom, we need to draw from the wisdom of our elders, like we're told. But if I cannot reach that elder, for example, I'm a co-founder of Child Aid Foundation and Umbo Farming. Umbo Farming deals with hydroponic systems and hydroponic farming. And then the Child Aid Foundation is to deal with the issue of kids getting murdered as well as gender-based violence. On the 5th of July, we sent an email to the Office of the President, still unresponded to date. It's somebody's house that we're operating in, and it's such a big project
because our target is to build at least 2 child support units in every region. And without the approval from the President's office, or at least the relevant ministries, we cannot go forward in as much as BIPA is involved. So I think when you're in a position to respond to somebody, you are placed there through elections or through appointment, but you are there to serve the people. So I think that is my biggest problem, and if we can just deal with it as a collective, because public office is not just the person that is sitting there, it's also the agents, the people that are working with that person. So if we can just improve on that, I think we can do much better as a country. Thank you.
I told you. Come here.
Good evening, fellow comrades. My name is one and only Konda Artist, one of one. My biggest concern and issue for this country is for our young youth. We have a poor mindset. We are not willing to go out there and fail. We have nothing to lose. We are young. What I'm trying to say is that basically we are basically involving and indulging with negative mindset whereby you have a wrong circle of influence of friends. You see something, want to do something, you get discouraged by it. Then after that, you are just not willing to fail. I'm telling you the big names of the people that you look up to, the Bill Gates and all that, they were limited, but then they failed, and then they go through this and they learn. But as young as our youngest youth, we are not just willing to fail and learn. We just fail and leave it there. Basically, what I want to say is I do not want urban youth whereby we are working 9 to 5 and not accomplishing our dreams. And also, be positive. No matter what hardship you are going through, have a positive mindset. You will pull through. Just have the right people around you. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade.
Good evening, comrades. My name is Zombo Kweli. I'm working for Ongoma Trading, the company which is doing construction and property developer. And my biggest problem or issue is with spoke to the municipality and town councils. We have that big problem when it comes to avail lands. Because now we also want to have a competition with these state-owned enterprises that also building houses for the citizens. But now we feel discriminated because even when you apply that, then you will not get it. Even apply for 10 plots just to build, you will not get that plot. Yeah, it's a problem. And another thing is I have a problem with this debt collectors. This the new company that is all over collecting money from our unemployed citizens and to everyone. Now we are crying for that. And I'm appealing to those incoming councillors, please. They must look at look at that problem. Maybe we can eliminate that debt collector so that town councils and the municipality they can do those.
And imagine these professionals, there's also debt management in the municipality, in the outsource. Oh. Can you imagine about it?
And another thing also, in our construction industry, we also have a big challenge with these foreigners. There are too many here now, and they are only the one that they are getting more jobs in those big ways. I don't know, maybe our procuring board, maybe they need also to look at that.
Thank you.
Good evening, dear colleagues. My name is Pashukeni Kwedi. I'm into cosmetics. We are located in Windhoek West. We own a business in Windhoek West that we sell cosmetics. We do organic products. We sell organic products. We sell My biggest issue is, especially in the cosmetic industry, the government is allowing Chinese to bring in containers of cosmetics, mainly hair products. The hairline now, the product, the ORAs and other things, are now imported from China. These Chinese are bringing containers full of cosmetics, hair product cosmetics. They sell these cosmetics at, Pick and Pay is selling it at 89, and a Chinese company in Chinatown is selling it at $20.
Same product.
Same product.
Exactly.
What I fail to understand is, how did these Chinese bring it in? Because in as much as Clicks, Pick and Pay, all of us are bringing it in the country, and we are selling it at 89. How is this Chinese bringing it in the country to sell it for 20, 30 Namibian dollars? That means somewhere, somehow, the trusted number
Authorities
is not doing the job well, because Chinese will give an invoice of a container full, but that invoice will only be maybe $10,000 US. Now, the question that any person will have in mind is the quality of the product compromised? Is it the same quality? Because in China, they've got grades, they've got certain grades. Is the grade that they are selling for 30 Namibian dollars the same or not? That is a question that we need to test the product to see if it's really the same, because it's the same container, manufactured in the same, it's the same thing. So we just want to find out, how are the Chinese bringing in this product to sell it low? And
while you are there, Honorable Emma, with your quality of leadership, you can actually just go to the Chinese embassy with all of us and we're going to interrogate these things. We don't need to be standing guessing. That's how we move from A to B, where B is a better place. We cannot be apologetic about things that relate to our destiny. We're not insulting anybody. We want to know. Don't be afraid. You've been given a spirit of boldness. You have our support. If we need to go together, these young people, they're going to die from anxiety. They'll just be busy and broke. Selling, no money, no profit, busy and broke, and achieving nothing. And it's not fair. Good? Sharp.
And
another itch?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have an allergy? Look at the room, darling. We still have to go through everybody, but good luck.
The problem that I have is it's in the frog. We all wake up, business people. We all wake up every day. We have got determination. We identify what we are gonna do every day. We identify it. We prioritize it. We do everything that needs to be done on an everyday basis. But in the end, even if you eat that frog live, the problem is the environmental
landscape
that we are in. It's really, really bad. The economy, there is no money in this country. Or maybe there is money, but we are not seeing the money. Because you go to work every day, you have got everything that the frog has, that it takes. But even if you eat that frog,
conducive environment.
So I just believe, I don't know what the government needs to do, but something needs to be done with regards to economy.
Remember what I said at the beginning about structure. You see, the structure of this table is designed to carry a certain load. The structure of our economy was not designed for people like you and us. So we need a structural reform. Otherwise, we're going to be speaking about a double story, but the structure was built to be a single floor. So there's nothing wrong with your business. Everybody here, because with this landscape, you start feeling insecure. What am I doing wrong? short course, you do everything. No, what am I doing wrong? You are beautiful, you are perfect. The structure of the economy is the one that must change to make room for you.
Exactly.
Mm.
And
See what?
I have a lot, so
Okay, later.
Thank you.
I get you.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
My name is Ausblick. I'm working on the company called Make Technology. I'm a co-founder. Our dream is world free of pollution. I'm on the renewable energy sector. What we need is only that to uplift the industry with a standard.
Good evening, comrades. My name is Kolia Lemu, Mao Angola. I don't own a business per se, but I work for the gambling board of Namibia.
For the?
Gambling board of
Okay,
Namibia.
okay.
A regulatory body that is mandated to regulate the gambling industry. Gambling industry, we talk of the casinos, talk of the gambling machines, talk of the bettings, online bettings, and all these type of things. So my itch, it's actually to see that when you look at the gambling industry, it has been polluted by unregulated gambling machine, unregulated betting, online betting. It should go around town, Kabutura, everywhere. You won't pass a place without seeing a gambling house, betting, and all that kind of things. Many of these products, so to say, many of them are owned by foreigners, especially the online betting, because of the software that is being used. Now, as black Namibians, as Dr. was earlier indicated, that in a democratic country, in a free Namibia, what is it that are we doing, for example, to also own such software that we can use it locally here, instead of maybe buying. That's why sometimes you find somebody's playing on his phone, a software that is somebody sitting in this one, somebody sitting in Dubai, who is operating now that software. Now, I'm just appealing.
And that cannot be regulated. Sorry.
It can, but it's a bit challenging. It's a bit challenging, but yeah, it can be regulated. Sophisticated, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that it's for us, for me to see that Diminapo is having his software as a local black Namibians, and also to see, and I'm happy to see that. David with
Napama.
And I'm happy to see that France Indongo with his car dealer. And I want to see many of the Indongo having their own, because here now we are talking about creating industries. Why do we only have few black Namibians who have made that mark of saying, if I have to go buy a car, I have to go to McDonald's Toyota. Why can't I go to Emma's Toyota, or Emma's BM, or Shivute's Ford, and all this type of thing? In short, that's all what I want to see as black Namibians prospering to that level, to be on par with other industry players.
Thank you so much.
Good evening.
My name is Emmanuel Dawadapo. I'm a Tapuas Mendi, and good to be here with you tonight. I'm the founder of Industrial Link. And what we do there is we recycle used solvents, used ethanol, used ethyl acetate. Everything that comes from the industry or the manufacturing industry, like plastics and all that, into reusable chemicals. So you see, I'm quite aggressive as my hairstyle. That is what I want all of us to be in terms of innovation. In terms of innovation towards industrialization. So we need to really pull up, find new ways to do things, find value in what we have around us. We don't always need to grow new things, but sometimes what we can consider as, or what we perceive as waste is what is really the new gold in today's world. So, thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Viva, comrade Emma Muteka, viva! Viva! Viva the youth, viva!
Viva!
Thank you very much, comrade leadership, for continuously creating such enabling platforms like this one, for us to engage on discussions that really matter in building the Namibia we want. My name is Elizabeth Mateus Nakasha, and I'm into information services and information governance. I think from my end, it's really an issue of accountability. They say even when you are thirsty, you can only drink if you recognize that you are really thirsty. So we need to begin with ourselves to account, and also into public services where we are serving, to really serve with accountability and review, introspect what we are doing for us to move forward. I think the other one is an issue of confidence. Confidence, be it from those that are employable coming to an interview. I know we talk of mentorship now and then, but really also the confidence of you looking for an enabling opportunity for you to do your type of business, just to say I'm moving and starting with that. You have it all, but just the confidence to begin. I submit.
And we love your confidence.
My name is Dati. I'm a business owner and a founder of A2Y Petroleum. We supply and distribute petroleum products such as diesel, GTF, and ULP in bulk. We have a depot as well. Yeah, my biggest problem with our industry, our petroleum industry, is that it's becoming too dirty. And a lot of people, they are always tempering the prices when it comes to supply and distribute, either locally or export. Some of them, they tend to supply product that is meant for export to local. And some of them, they even temper prices itself. Like they say, in order to get a client, sometimes the price, they drop it down maybe to $9 per liter, just to be a client. Because in the fuel industry, there's too much money. Like, yeah, so our country is getting labeled out there, you know. And the image is also getting dirty. So the government must at least do something in that sector. Yeah, it's very, very, very important. So the challenges that we are facing.
And a personal each in terms of the state of the economy?
Instead of the economy.
Auntie Caroline, come sit here. In terms of the economy, there's a particular each. You spoke about your industry.
Okay, instead of the economy, I think the government should try to give more training to the youth, educate the youth, service training in different departments such as
I'm 22 years old. I'm a student, also a youth activist. So my itch is digital transformation. I mean, currently, right now, I think 2 weeks ago, I was watching an episode of Elon Musk, the world's richest man, Nature Rogan podcast. You should really subscribe to that. We talked about like 5 years from now, people in first world countries won't be using smartphones. So we are eventually gravitating from the fourth industrial revolution to the fifth industrial revolution very quickly. And now, last semester, as a student, last semester, on the Minister of ICT, Honorable Emmanuel Felix, mentioned that they are swiftly negotiating with companies in America about monetization of internet apps, which is something that in Namibia we do not have. YouTube is an example. PayPal doesn't work in Namibia. So now, since we are talking about youth unemployment and internet is the future, that is my itch. I have a problem with monetization in our country. We as independent media personalities, I'm not a media personality, but I'm talking about other creators, they cannot sell ads on their own accounts, which is a very big problem. And for me personally, I feel like if our government moves towards tackling that issue, digital transformation, I've attended dozens of ICT conferences through NANSO, ICT summits, but all the time when we leave these conferences, this thing always hits on our mind. When will Namibia start monetizing Namibian users? So we start getting ad revenues, which means we start getting paid in US dollars. This still doesn't exist in Africa. It doesn't exist in Africa, but only maybe in 14 countries. Started it's maybe Zimbabwe and South Africa only. Then we move up the map. So Namibia still lacks this transformation of digital transformation, which is something that fill that gap of youth employment, when people will actually start making a living off a
online,
phone, off a camera, and they start feeding their families.
I get you. Good evening, Mami.
My name is Albertina Shinono. Sorry for my voice. It's the old age. Yes, I'm the Information and Mobilization Officer for the Windu West District. My itch is the export of raw material from Namibia to other countries. We have a lot of natural resources in our country, but instead of adding value in Namibia, we're exporting our products in a raw form. While we are trying that we have youth unemployment, but we are not adding any value to our product. I also have a problem.
Can I ask an example?
Sorry?
Example?
Example, for example, I'm a veterinarian. There are a lot of livestock that are exported to other countries, especially mainly South Africa. On hoof, the winners are going to South Africa for feedlot in South Africa, and then they are slaughtered there. The meat export is exported to other countries, and is creating jobs in South Africa. While we have a lot of youth that are unemployed in Namibia. Yeah, and I don't think it's only the livestock that are exported in raw form.
That's structure. Remember the structure.
Yeah, the structure.
So the structure is the problem.
Yeah, my other problem is that we have infrastructure in Namibia that are just white elephant. We have Brahma Tex buildings that are just idle. I don't know what is the problem. Why can't we use them and be converted into factories so that we produce toilet paper or toothpick so that we don't import
Structure.
Yes.
The structure was to
and then create job for
you see
our young people.
structure.
Ramatex is just there. I don't know what is the problem. Can someone tell us?
Namalenga will tell you today.
Yeah. So those are the two things. I'm not a business
Thank you.
person.
You are business. Just let's pause there. Meswama, Auntie Albertina.
Yes.
You know, it's like somebody saying, no, I'm not a politician. You are. You're just not an office bearer. I don't need to be in Emma's office to care about what Emma cares about. We are all business people because you don't even enjoy your retirement now because your salary goes to 8 people. Your pension is going to 25 people. For as long as that value chain is leaking, you are a business person. You are maybe just not a registered business person. So don't talk that language. I'm not a politician. You are all politicians, and you are everything you are talking about here is politics. Ewa. Proceed, please.
Good evening, comrade. My name is Dahafa.
Good evening, Dahafa, darling.
Cameraman.
Please.
I have a few issues as well, but I'm going to
An allergy. Is it?
I'm going to focus on two. The first one is already being mentioned, is the structural economy is where. The second one is when Papa mentions a lot of events. My biggest reach is that we don't have young people taking up event trainings in aviation. That is my biggest reach. Thank you.
Elaborate. Say, I'm Dafa, I'm from this sector, and this is why I'm saying this.
Okay, I am from the aviation industry. In aviation, we have a lot of professions. We have piloting, we have aircraft engineering, we have cabin crew, we have ATC, air traffic controllers. But we don't have a lot of young people taking up these careers in aviation. We have projects that are funded by NASPA, NTA, if you want to do aircraft mechanic, if you want to do cabin crew. We don't have young people taking up these.
We also don't have an airline.
And the airline is coming back.
Hosea 4 verse 6 says what? My people perish for
awareness.
Please, Madam Emma.
Emma, I think Mia has spoke once. Yes. So, I just wanted to thank you to that.
Well done.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is yours truly. There's this interesting fact about me. I'm actually also a mentee of the Kabikwa. I just wanted to touch on the statement that Comrade Dafa just made before, because obviously we have to go through the whole group. I think Comrade Dafa, the issue with that is a lack of exposure. Young people
Ignorance.
are not really exposed to that, to that sector. And I think we need to do more, both from your side, government, community, and everybody else, to really just go out there and actually show the young people what is available. I can tell you now that as a black child, aviation is the last thing that I think of. I think aviation is for our other brothers and sisters.
Tokasa. The black people say to file Mozilla. Psychology.
So you didn't go when you say, I want to become a pilot. That's exactly the reaction that you get from your parents, for example, or from your elders. Because it's a lack of exposure or a lack of education. And I'm not talking about formal education, it's just for people to really understand what is available for young people. So this is my task to you, that please, we go out to the young people, let's expose them to this industry. And I'm not only talking about going to, let's go out in different regions. If we're able to translate our information in different vernaculars, and also not forget our brothers and sisters who are living with disabilities, please, if they have that space, let's pull them in, because for me personally, aviation is my playground. Thank you very much.
Amen. Okay, on the first point, it's not just about young. There are a lot of elder people that are in wrong professions. You go in the bank, sorry Shali, I'm not coming to you. You go in the bank, and this is why design is important. Not just design of building, design of life. Life plan development. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Where are your opportunities? A whole personal SWOT. We do SWOT for business. We're not doing SWOT in our homes. The Jewish families, every Friday on the table, They're talking about personal development for the family. You go in the bank now, the girl is just angry. Hurry up, next. That person is in the wrong career. They're in the wrong profile. But because they are so desperate for a job, they took it, knowing they are not supposed to be in that space. They belong in aviation. These are career trajectories. These are career tragedies. You find somebody, go to NAST, year 1, HR. I don't like HR. I'm going to go to UNAM. I'll do accounting. Year 2, jump. After year, I think I'll just go to NIMT. Year 3, messing up with government money. Year 1, year 2, year 3. Year 4 is when they finally decide, I'm going to travel, I want a gap year. You wasted NASFA funding for 3 years. Mandatory career guidance prior to any institutional acceptance. Because you're wasting time. I told you at the beginning of this session, this is a matter of destiny. Where Namibia must be. It doesn't matter if Papua is excellent or Namibia. If we fail together, Namibia has failed. It doesn't matter who's good here, who's not good. And this is career, we do mentorship. You can just see this person was never supposed to go to NAST. They are a TVETA. But because in their family, people look down on Makaranyanya, I told you earlier, what poverty am I allergic to? Mental. Ne? And that's what's now the mediocrity and the ignorance that our country is suffering from. So yes, we can have them in aviation, but not by accident. Even a pilot must be a cold pilot. Maybe they belong in nursing, but because they're desperate, I just want anything, I'll just take it. But they don't belong there. So it's almost a spiritual thing that needs to be unpacked in this Namibia. That so that thing can go out permanently. Otherwise, the destiny of our country is compromised. Shalom.
I like that we are almost getting solutions.
Okay.
Long live SWAPO!
Long live!
Long live SWAPO!
Long live!
Long live the leadership of Into Best!
Long live!
Aruta!
Continua!
Victoria!
Etc.
Aruta continua Victoria. The political fight. Now we need to fight economic. We are going for election. Only 9 people are going to vote.
Yeah, no.
There's no change going to vote. No Angolan. Nobody is not. Madam Chairperson, my problem and my issue, the great economic empowerment.
Yeah, no.
Standing for 35 years of independence. How do you expect us to develop this country if many of us here, no one is empowered economically or anyhow? We can't compete with the advantage of white capital. So to call them white capital.
It is what it is.
We have the power. We vote people to go make policies and they forget about us. Municipality here, land here. Sorry, I'm on location. Medicine consultant. I've been here applying for many years, 7 years. It's still there. So the small medium enterprise, we are not going to grow. We're going to remain small. It's like a graduate, a grade 12 who didn't make it a grade 12. And then you are still doing NAMCOL for the last 5 years.
Imagine.
So there should be a deliberate empowerment for our people, for us to talk about economic emancipation. Lastly, there's no money in the country as we speak. I agree with that. Honestly, there's no money in the country. It's limited. But we have, I used to work for also the Prime Minister. My pension is still here and there. But the money is not invested here for small medium enterprises.
No.
It's not advertised anywhere. But now it's lost somewhere in South Africa. But we are here in entrepreneurs looking for money. Add value to their product. Thank you.
Amen. Vive Viva, comrade Amsenu, viva.
Viva.
Viva, comrade Amsenu, viva.
Viva.
Viva Semniuma, viva.
Viva.
Viva the liberation struggle. Amen. When Sally stands up, yes, you found us at the right place, my brother. It's one to new one. You saw some people have allergies now. It's newer here, everywhere. But we were talking about each. Auntie Karen will speak as well. Each is what is disturbing you in the state of affairs. So when you talk about your itch, my brother, tell us, why do black or white companies live until the 10th generation? Mumbangamo, what is happening? What are we doing wrong? And black companies, if the owner is sick, the business is sick. If the owner is depressed, the business is depressed. Should the owner die, the business dies. Do we start businesses to work hard for them to die? You can speak now, or you can allow the other three that were ahead of you to speak, and then you talk on it. But you will say that thing today. Today will tell us that secret. What are we doing? Well, call us out. Tell us your bookkeeping is bad. Tell us your system. Eliminate that curse out of our race. God bless you.
Yeah, Shani will wait for the others and then we'll be there.
Yes, long time.
Thank you so much. So we'll then give Comrade Andrina this time to tell us each, and then we'll come back. Because I just want us to finish with here because we've left there so much behind. And then we'll come to
I'm telling you serious things, I'm telling you experience, wisdom, nuggets, sweat, you better listen. When you come to me, I can see you are serious. You got a notebook, you are on time. Now many young people, late, they are not present because they didn't pay. And I can see even on your body whether you are serious or not. If you are wearing a wig more than 600, darling, let that wig mentor you. Because if you cannot invest in yourself, how will I be able to do it? That is where the gap is. When we were talking, I could see myself many years ago. If you were young, that is why you guys must be careful of this youth fantasy. The young shall grow. You will not be young forever. Don't romanticize young. Rather romanticize urgency. An agent, because you don't know. Ecclesiastes says there is a time and a season for everything. We will mentor you. Some of us are even in our calling. We are called to mentor. But I need your part. And many young people, tell them, share this video. Tell them that auntie said, move. Wakinja. They are not bringing their cars. I can see your phone. I can see your body. I can see you can afford to invest that $200 in yourself, but you don't want to. And I must do it. Do you need a social worker, darling? Or you need a pastor? You don't need a mentor. You need somebody to hug you, pray for you. I'm not that gifted. So just tell them, you do me like in Nigeria, I do you. After I spoke, I don't want it. You believe I'm harmless. It's just that tough love.
He will speak, I trust him.
Start up a business so that we can maybe do better to contribute to the Namibian economic growth and just the opportunity to do it. Sometimes you want to borrow. To protect us the youth from the abroad business, the competition. Yeah, there not few days ago in Namibia there was this National Development Youth Fund. Most of us we applied, and just later we just get to find out that the requirement they were asking was for the business to be registered for many years, maybe to be registered for about 5 years. And most of us will not have access to that. And also, yeah, in what in government there is this fiscal policy which is aimed to promote economic growth. Through that, me I cannot see the change in it because it's most based on the most based on the biggest the labor market is not flexible for us to accommodate everybody who is unemployed. Yes. So I also want to what if the government maybe just ask for the youth, ask the youth to do what? Ask the youth if you like for let me say this. For example, I want to open up a business also. Then I go to the local authority. I reach them say that I want to open up a business. Yes, my business plan. Maybe I can just present to them. Then they say, you can see in you this growth, your mission. Of course, we cannot all get accommodated.
Yeah. That's fine. I think as much as you want to correct the brother, it's very okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll allow you.
So once again, as much as we have a shortage of industry, and then we have an oversupply of students or graduates. So let's say you graduate, you already have an oversupply of students. And then when you apply for a job, they tell you that you need to have 5 years, a minimum of 5 years experience. How are we going to get employed if this is the case? Because also internships are very hard to get. Internships also, we don't have motivation in terms of government need to make changes in their administration.
Thank you so much. I was a little bit distracted, but I would also want to say, as much as we want to air our views, let's also be guided by what is happening on the ground. Let us take time to get facts on issues so that we do not misinform those that are listening online. Because right now, information is power and it travels very fast. So some of the requirements that were mentioned here are not correct. Yeah, but you need to get your facts right with regards to the youth fund. There is delays in the youth fund, but I think
it's opening on the 1st of December.
Yeah, the application forms are opening on the 1st of December, but we must also urge those that are interested with the youth fund to keep on updating these young people, because the young people need information. Because they've put up resources in the youth fund and there's nothing coming out
It's
of
on
it.
social
As
media.
of yet.
Social media.
Thank you very much.
Everyone is on social media.
Okay. With that said and done, yeah, then giving Auntie, do you want to mention a few words?
Good evening, comrades. My name is Auntie Lynn, like I said.
Yeah.
My name is Henry Jackie Business. I'm also a banker by profession. I'll have to hear what he says. I came a bit late. I'm so sorry, my apology for that. I have a few questions before I make my statement. What exactly do we want as Namibian citizens? How do we want it? When do we want it to be done? So far, the government has a very straightforward approach towards what we want. The biggest problem that we have is implementation. It has been for years. Otherwise, we would have been far from where we are now. Now, my biggest concern is the education system. I think our education system does not speak to our economy. When you look at the universities, you find a lot of young people studying business management, business administration, and what have you. But do we understand why we are studying what we are studying? just studying because that is the only course that was available. There's an oversupply of certain courses, but the job market does not speak to these courses. So perhaps also what needs to be done is to introduce a vocational subject from primary school for each and every learner from primary school. That way we can produce 50,000 electricians, 50,000 plumbers, and what have you. So whenever the government needs assistance in plumbing work in the government offices, we can make use of these educated students throughout the whole of Namibia. The other one is, for years, we've been complaining about the Chinese who are taking over our work. All these palm trees that we have around, or are we waiting for somebody to come and show us or teach us how to do it? Now, in my view, we have three entities. I'm sorry to say it. We have three entities that I view to be very greedy or greedy. Number one is the municipality or the municipalities who are overcharging people and doing less. That is the local authority, the management. And we have seen what is happening now with the 750 million that has been sent back instead of catering for the people who are needy. We have NTC that is overcharging us. Your project is just getting finished without you knowing where it went to. And then we have the banks. Once the bank introduces something nice for the people, there is always a second approach where they will actually hit you. If they remove the deposit fee, they will charge you for a statement that you are requesting. They will charge you for depositing your money. They will charge you for withdrawing your money. And all this $1, 50 cents, 50 cents, 80 cents and stuff. If you count all this money by the end of the month, then only you will realize how much money will be charged. So perhaps what we need a Namibian bank with unit trusts that can be administered by our own people, but people with banking experience. And it's good.
Thank you. Thank you. It's business. It's a business meeting, and we are meeting leaders. So it's only fair if we air all our views. Thank you so much, Adi. Last but not least, we give it to the one and only Becca.
And farmer.
Yeah.
Good evening, comrades. Good evening. Sorry I'm late, but I had a chance to hear some of the teachers. My name is Shali Ndume. I'm not an entrepreneur, but I'm a champion. There's a difference between the two. I'm inspired to be an entrepreneur. So I'm a banker by profession, and very much passionate about banking, especially development financing, which is one of the key and important aspects that the youth needs in this country. To be honest, let's call a spade a spade. Commercial banks are not for the, they are not youth friendly. When you go there, they will ask you for collateral, which you don't have. You need to go to what they call FFF, which is family, friends, and fools. That's what they advise you to go to. They don't deal with what you call greenfields projects that are starting from the bottom. They want to do what you call brownfields projects that have been sort of tested. But when you get the opportunity, when you get that opportunity to test some of these things for them to be attractive to them. So my calling in terms with my passion in development financing and farming, like my sister was saying there, I think as youth we need to challenge some of these sometimes dedicated, deliberate programs for the youth to give us an opportunity as youth to come up with these brownfield projects and make them brown, for them to be attractive for the banks, for the commercial banks in this specific case. Let us then, the lady was talking about pigs. Let's organize ourselves and as youth that are passionate about agriculture, come up with, we can help you. Sometimes make this project of business plans bankable, so that we can approach, for example, Agribank and say, look, we have 5 farmers here passionate about pig farming. Let's give them the money they need. It doesn't help you give them 500,000 if the project requires 2 million, for example. Tomatoes and carrots, but there's no market. But there are schools and people that need these things. But let's just take this produce to them and so there's an guaranteed offtake for them. So I think as a challenge from an Emma is that to come up with small projects. You don't have to. They say elephant cannot be eaten in one day. Let's eat it in small pieces. And let's approach these institutions to come up with these youth funds that they can be tested, so that they can become valuable for them to be attractive for the commercial bank to take over. I think that's my 2 cents proposal. Thank you.
Kelly, didn't finish what I wanted. What do we do wrong as black people?
Yeah.
Maybe you can please just one thing.
I just wanted to add on what he said. I like what he was saying about regarding the support when it comes to finance. Yeah, so there is something that maybe even an organization should also start to implement, just to assist the youth or any business that is struggling, at least to provide them with a collateral, as a start for them to approach the bank. And then maybe with the terms of agreements and negotiation to repay back within a certain period of time. I think that can help, Yeah, because most people are struggling seriously. They are struggling even to apply, just to draft a business plan to go to the bank, and then they are sent back because they don't have a collateral, they don't have any history. But sometimes a bigger organization can assist within their cash flow and provide maybe a collateral to an SME company.
That comes to, I just thought of something. I think 7, 8, 9 years ago, there was a bank called, for me I used to call it Mbanga or Laba because I think it's Fidelity, or it used to be in Banana. It's a bank that you gave, what was the name of that bank? Yeah, Fides Bank. Oh guys, what happened to Fides Bank? Can't the government maybe put money into a bank like something sort of like Fides Bank that looks at people? I loved the implementation of Fides Bank. It was only maybe the 10 they took was not so good because they give you a loan of $1,000 and you bring it back after a week. They used to give it to people that sell years that deals with cash flow, and it was really, really good. And then it just finished. I don't know if they made a lot or what really happened with it. Yeah. So we would want the government or to maybe speak to them about empowering the youth or the people that can't get access to cash flow or to corporate financing. At least they should come up with something like that that would cater for the people that are just coming up.
Does it even know how to spell it?
Okay.
This
I just want to warn all of us. Too many things equivalent to nothing. We are saying what we have been saying all the years. We will become champions of saying it. So why can't we choose one particular approach and really do something about it? Something that has no cost, that is not costing us anything, something that will help us. We were fortunate to travel here and there to see few countries and few things. Everybody have an interesting each. What? Each. Very interesting. Yeah. So I am just saying, do we really have such a time to waste? To say things, some that we know, to continue just saying this and this. I asked here to say, can we examine ourselves? I just want us to start with, first we must start with self-examination. If you know you don't want to examine yourself and you know maybe no examination to write, please, it's okay. But can you do me a favor to do a self-examination? What the brother has said here, comrade, you said, we are not, as young people, we are not united. Okay, and this, I think I heard it also, unity of ourselves. Now, when we are just failing to unite, even government, how will it help us? You go with your proposal, you go with your, all of these complaints are coming from different people. They are all genuine. But when you present them to whoever, do you think they are in hundreds numbers? Do you think people will be able to touch it? Do you think so? It's not possible. Let us be realistic. I am just saying, if there was a register of all the comrades that are here, I'm just saying, can all of us agree to unite? Can we agree? Unite. Let us unite. Let us unite. In the name Namibia. Let us unite. Let us unite. Let us unite. In the name Namibia. Let us unite. Let us unite. Let us unite. In the name Namibia. Gatuane, Menara, Namibia. Gatuane, Menara, Namibia. What you see, I think honestly, it is not, Doctor, it is not fair to have a nation that is speaking every day, same thing. And truly, while we know that the formula will not work, it did not work and it will never work. So, there is one simple, me, when people see, I don't work alone. I don't. And I truly, if you really want to build something, let us start uniting ourselves. Here, young people who know each other will establish an entity. Establish an entity. So a PTY is having how many people? You look like discouraged and they want just to hit. So a PTY is taking how many people? Yeah, 50. So become 50. And when you approach an institution, you can always do something. I'm just saying it from practical experience. All of these problems that we are bringing, all of us, we are not winning. There are too many, and we are too many. But we are too few to be poor. So, and we, at the forum, we were talking in silos. We want we said this government is taking this decision, other ministry is taking this decision. We are doing exactly the same thing. But the unfortunate part, we don't want to face ourselves. I ask you, if you agree to have a team of 49, 50, 30 people and you put yourself together, come around. And when you come around, when we meet next time, we come around and we said in 2 to 3 years, we are taking stock. We are taking stock of what we are doing. We will win. Countries have won when we know them, when we know the people. So let us learn one thing. This thing is not going to work. It's not going to work. Let us unite, set up something together. Synergy is the key. Because you will not win. Even if you think you have won, you were to be bigger than that. But because you didn't know that you can be bigger than what you are now, you still think you are big. So this economy is not mine, this economy is ours, this economy is not going with us. We want to leave the economy, we want to leave the legacy business to this country. And therefore, let us unite. It is not going to work. So those who have businesses must even open up for those who want to join. Because creating business, I think you raised a good point today. It's not always about creating new businesses. It's also joining all the businesses and to grow them. So how many do you want? Where will they be? People is tired now by registration. And you had 30,000 employers, 30,000 businesses in the past 5 years are gone. 30,000. It's not 3,000. It is 30,000. So where do you think yours will survive? So, because the structure that you are talking about, do you have a structure? You, as a business owner. So, I don't want to live with false hope, and I also do not want you to really move into a wrong direction. Your year will move. You will be all the poor like me. My dear, push, make sure you take an organization, and we do it right.
I love everything that Mama said, but not that last part. That story of poor like me, suffer on earth, enjoy in heaven, enjoy on earth, succeed on earth. That is why the Genesis scripture says, take dominion, multiply, subdue. So that's just the Okatitu mentality speaking, but the others yeah. Okay, let me wind up. I think everybody's provoked enough. Remember my comment in the beginning, we want to stir up anger. Yeah? When you go sleep, when you look in the mirror.
You're angry.
I'm angry. I feel the anger. Oh, that's going to keep my ball. Okay, who's angry? Nobody. Oh no. Okay, who's disturbed? Who's feeling, something must change. Are we together? So, okay, maybe we won't achieve it, but that was my aim. To provoke us enough, when you look in the mirror, you say, so I'm going to run through conclusions. Emma, I need your attention because this is your work plan. My lady, don't be afraid to be bold. Don't be afraid to speak the uncomfortable things in a difficult room. Don't be afraid to fight for what you know is right. Understand? You are equipped with the boldness and the ability to navigate it. So you've got homework. This is part course. The first thing we need to do when you get into that council room, as a nation, we need an economic stocking. You know when you're a kiosk, before you go buy cooking oil, oros, Singapore, you must check what you have. So I think I propose that we do a national economic stocking. We must not do any more things until we do a thorough stock take. In this sector, what do we need? This sector, what do we need? Before we develop further policies, before we develop further proposals and just an economic stock take. This is what he's saying. Because stock take allows you to reflect and to say, Tapua, this is how far I can go. The rest I must do with Namalenga. I must do with Esther, ABC. If you don't pause to do stock take, you just keep buying, but you are buying what you already have. It's not selling, it's not moving, but you are continuing to buy just because you want to look busy. That's number one. Number two, when you were speaking, where's my lady? Over there. When you were speaking, I was thinking, what would I have loved someone to tell me when I was your age? By the way, how old are you? I'm senior youth with Gaboy there. But if I were young, you see, you guys, when you are in a difficult situation, you are young, you are energetic, you've got potential, and you're in an economic crisis. I told you about this, and stressed, very stressed, eh? Yeah. And you've got mentors like us that are a bit crack. So it's a lot. One young person told me, Mepewa, I just feel confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Is it to study? Is it to go abroad? America doesn't want us? Is it hydrogen? Is it agriculture? What? We are confused. That's what the person told me. And I agree. You also look confused. Mind you, we also get confused. So we understand your pain. If I were young, if I was 24 now, what would I have wanted? Somebody elder, experienced to tell me, realistically. When I was standing there, I was looking at you, and I said, if I were young now, what if I was in your position? I won't start a business. I will shadow somebody who I look up to. Success does not just lie in a business. It could be, I want to just be a good professional. You heard Uncle say, he's a professional. Don't study, don't register anything for 1 year. Just identify who you admire, a role model. I will shadow that person for 1 year. Do you know how much work we have for you? Carry my bag, send this SMS, do this, don't do. You are learning competencies that you will never get at a degree level. I once at a business work. After that year, I will know myself so well that I'll know what's the next step. Now the young people, they're not ready. You shouldn't do it. Because big bank cannot run a business. Never. A competent and a capable person, young or old, can run a business. So the youth part, I'll cut it out. I'll just look for somebody and I'll attach to them. Collateral will never run a business. You can have collateral and still fail. So I will not have a business at that age. I will attach to somebody who I will learn, who rebukes me, who corrects me, who exposes me, who transforms my mind, who gives me a network. I will be built so strong. And after a year, I know exactly what are my strengths, my weaknesses, what will I do, what will I not do. That's number two. Number three, jobs don't come from registering businesses. Jobs come from industries. So as government, don't stress to say go start businesses. Capacity our local industries. That's jobs. If you want jobs, it doesn't come from everybody owning a business. It comes from industries. Kadima chicken farm, 20 people, 100 people. Capacity, capacidade. You understand? I'm telling you industry. Industries are what create jobs. But in a jobless market, people need to work. There's a difference between jobs and work. You can get a job if you can't work. So jobs come from pockets of industry. Namik mills, you put in the pockets, and then you create jobs. But you can have start and talk about work. W-O-R-K. Work skills. Work. You can lose your job and you can still work. You can lose your job and you can still work because you can skill. And then lastly, young people, industry, skills, work, economy structure. That is my take home for you today. I don't know what state you came in. I don't know who was suicidal. Some people were speaking their tears in their eyes. I don't know if the lights are on at home or off. I don't know. But something must shift in the way we do things and eliminate the mental quality. That is from me. How many of you have a copy of my book? Only two. Okay, four. Now if you have a job, can't you buy one for somebody else? My people perish. You even have authors in Namibia. And even you're not even consuming your local knowledge. Who bewitched you? Eh? Like in West Africa, really, you're not consuming local products. You're not consuming knowledge. What else must happen? Every household should have a copy of their book. Esther has copies. Today is a special. She asked me earlier, ma'am, are we having a Black Friday special? I said, I don't do those things. No. You don't have to call it Black Friday. It's your price. That's it. Be proud of your product. This is what pays your salary. Yes. Yes, and that's it. And if you feel or pass on that, thank you. Buy for somebody else. But you don't want knowledge you are not buying. Mentorship you are not paying. Oh, there is a pastor you need. God bless you. Viva the SWAPO Party, viva. Viva. This is the era of economic emancipation. The founding fathers said the second era of the liberation struggle. Now we are in the war. Economic emancipation doesn't have Omapusuka. Doesn't have people shooting outside. The shooting is here. The shooting is here. This is the war we are in now. So we must decide, are we going to die or are we going to win this war? But it's us, we are the soldiers now. God bless you all. Thank you, Madam Emma, for having me.
Viva Comrade Tapewa, viva! Viva! Viva Comrade Tapewa, viva! Viva! Viva Comrade Emma Muteka, viva! Viva! Viva the leadership of Window Quest, viva! Viva! Viva the leadership of SWAPO Party, viva! Viva! Luta! Victoria! Thank you very much, thank you so much. I see food, and when I see food, I want to close. But please allow me to do a small reflection, because the program says so. And I'm going to do it very short, and I'm going to use 2-3 quotes. And after I'm done with the reflection, we have the leadership of Window West here. I cannot, as a person that serves within the Window West spire, yes, in the Window West, I cannot leave that she would not to thank you. So I will have to give him an opportunity just to say thank you, and just to say election is win-win. And then after that, we'll also give it to Emma just to say thank you lastly, just to hear from her. So my reflection, I want to mention a quote by Nelson Mandela that says, the glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. So in all our doings, let's rise stronger, bolder, and more determined. Secondly, I just want to tell all the young people and all the business people that it's not over, there is still hope. There is still hope. The journey might look blurry, but there is still hope. So let's be determined. And a better tomorrow is coming, and that's the Namibia that we want. To the young people, we are a generation that must unify the Namibia that we want. So let's get away with saying we are not united. Let's unify, let's have unity of purpose, and let's be driven by excellence in all that we do. We must be excellent, and then we will thrive. Lastly, I just want to call on leadership of the country. Like Tati Amutiano said, let's have a deliberate empowerment for the people. It must come, whether tomorrow or the other day. When you get to that boardroom, Comrade Councillor, please tell them, in Windhoek West, we want a deliberate...
Not only in Windhoek West.
Yes, but we must start at home. When we get to that boardroom, Comrade Councillor, we must tell them, we want a budget because we want to empower our people within Windhoek West. And I just want to tell you that the Windhoek West constituency has actually done a lot with the young people, with empowering the young people. The Windhoek West constituency, with the limited budget that it has donated gardens to schools, has delivered chairs to schools, renovated classrooms for schools, because we want the young people. We must speak, because the councillor is young. We want to address the young people. But not only the young people that the constituency office helped, the old, we have taken care of them as Windhoek West. So I also speak because I sit in the CDC of Windhoek West. So we have done much, and we have a journey that we must forge ahead and make Windhoek West a place for everyone, inclusive Windhoek West for everyone. So those that are saying the councillor did not do anything, I think it's stocks that has no water. So they must get the flyer and they must read for themselves. It's there, it's there. So with that said and done, please, thank you so much from my end for allowing me to be your moderator. I would then want to invite Tate Shibute to just greet us and close off. Tate Bulu.
Thank you very much, moderator. Just 2 points. First of all, I wanted to agree with the point made by Comrade Paco here, that three things are not always appreciated. And I just want to give you a quick example. I have worked in the water sector for quite some time. There was a time when government used to give free water to people in the rural area. Not in town you receive a bill. There was a lot of water wastage. One day, somebody from the ministry find a person in the north who smashed a tap for the community tap with a hammer. Water was flowing all over for his animals to drink. He did not open it, he smashed it. And an employee came and asked and said, why did you do that? Why are you wasting water? The response was that, what are you worried about? This is not your water, this is government water. Now, I think it makes, suppose the point what she has just made. Now, secondly, I would like to thank everybody for having turned up to this event. Now, this event was actually called for business people to discuss and also to support Comrade Emma in a position as councillor for Windhoek West. When she came into office, she just made it. But she has done a good job for the 5 years that she's been in office. And that's why we've been campaigning for her. And that's why we've been campaigning for her to be re-elected. Now, what I want you to just remind about your voter's card. I hope everybody in this room has a voter's card. Because I believe the people are here are either SWAPO members, supporters, or sympathizers. So please make sure that you have your voter's card ready. And if you are from Windhoek West, make sure that it is written Windhoek West constituency. Because you are only allowed to vote in your constituency specifically for the regional council elections. Of course, for the local authority election for the city of Windhoek, okay, we are voting for the councillors in Windhoek. So please spread the message, turn up in numbers, and make sure that we vote for Comrade Emma to return her into this very office where she is now. Thank you.
Viva the leadership of Windhoek West! Viva! Over to you, Comrade Muteka.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Comrade Shindume. Good evening, everyone, once again. I know. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Yeah, what is your age, by the way?
My age. Oh. Development, I mean. Yeah, but let's not get into it. Yeah, that's CDF. Thank you. Oh, you understand my age. My age is the CDF, the Constituency Development Fund, but let me not get into it. We'll get into it later on, probably at the beginning of the year. But ladies and gentlemen, dear comrades, let me take this opportunity to say thank you very much for being here with us this evening. Let me firstly say thank you to Mr. Pewa Kalikwa for being here. You've demonstrated what we call intergenerational leadership because you're always a call away. And I'd like to put you in the same line with Comrade Chibute. Metina, please stand so I can introduce you. Yes, not her, yes. Dr. Albertina Shirongo is the information mobilization of our district, the Windhoek West. We call her the second gear of Comrade Chibute. So Comrade Chibute is the first gear and she's the second gear. So thank you very much for being here. Young people, the reason why I specifically highlighted or pinpointed these three people is because they are way older than me, but they're here to support me. And that says a lot. That says a lot. I think we are at a point as Namibians to get to a point of intergenerational leadership. Whether we want to discuss it or not, we need you. We need your guidance. We need you to be able to tell us, guys, that area there is a no-go area. Because you've been there. Maybe not once, maybe not twice, but 3 times. And it's up to us as young people to take what you're saying, not to take everything. So they can give you 10 things, and out of these 10 things, there are 2 things that could be right. And you can take them and they'll save you, and they'll take you far in your life. So thank you very much, my dearest elders, for being here. Secondly, let me say thank you to my generation, my young people for being here.
Viva the young people!
Yeah. It's so impressive. I have goosebumps now when I'm speaking because I'm seeing this room is full of young people. Guys, whoever told you we are not ready, it's a lie. We are ready. We have arrived. We are here.
Roll the young lions roll.
Roll the young lions roll. So thank you so very much for being here, and I hope that this session has added 1 or 2, maybe a brick to this Namibian house that we so much want to build. Thirdly, I'd like to thank the media, Comrade Neville, Comrade Mongo, I don't know what he is. Thank you so much for being, behind the camera, I'm just sorry, Comrade Mongo, I'm so sorry. But thank you so very much for being here. We thank our mighty SWAPO Party for this opportunity. They're talking about technology. We are here now. Our party has provided us with proper equipment, live, and we are good to go. So thank you so very much. Last but not least, Tate Oiva, Tate Mtheni. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Comrade.
I think I woke you up. I think I even woke you up that morning to just ask you if we can use this venue. Thank you so very much. Oh, by the way, colleagues and comrades and sympathizers, that gentleman there is the owner of this beautiful place. Yes, he is the owner of the material. The Tapia wants to know if you are single, but that one is not for me. I don't know. But I was just a messenger.
For the young people, I'm helping some young lady here. Okay.
I'm just a messenger. Thank you so very much, Tata. I'm telling you, I called you very early in the morning. I could even hear that you're coming out from your sleep. And you didn't even take long. You just said, yes, come through. Thank you so very much for availing your venue for us to hold this memorable event. We're wishing you all the best. Colleagues, I want to also use this opportunity to motivate you to please support Madame Thenu at this very place. For those of you who don't know, it's called Old Location. It's a very historical place. For me, I hold this place very close because, yeah, when people talk about here, Ongombashi, some have got what, we have the old location. And this is where our people were forcefully removed. And look at us, we are back here again. After independence, we took it back, we reclaimed it. So we're back here. So it means a lot. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so, so very much. I'm wishing you well. Please get home safely. And come the 26th of November. It's the second candidate, please. Just move to the right there. And then you just put, please, the cross must be inside the box, not over the box, not under the box, inside the box. But really, it has been an honor. Thank you so very much to serve my community, to be here together with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Viva Comrade Emma, viva!
Viva! With that said and done, comrades, we have prepared a little snack that is behind us. Let us use this opportunity to grab one or two. We know it's late, but please take one and continue. Let's continue networking for those that are not in a rush. And yes, last but not least, Romans 12 verse 2. Be transformed by the renewal of your minds. We are Namibia's destiny, and we believe we can do it. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure from my side. Let's meet on the...
My apologies, because I'm a councillor, I'm allowed. My sincere apologies. I totally omitted something very, very important. Comrade Shindume, thank you very much. Thank you for carrying us. Thank you for being the pilot of the show.
Viva Shindume, viva!
My sincere apologies. Thank you so much for carrying us. Thank you for being the pilot of the show. You may have heard that Comrade Shindume said that he's part of the CDC. The CDC is the Constituency Development Committee. It is a committee that decides on the developmental projects within the constituency. As a councillor, I've distanced myself in order to avoid any conflict of interest. And so we have let it into the hands of the community members. And you served along me, Comrade Shindume. There was not a single meeting that you have missed. Yeah, we would leave the office, colleagues, at 2 a.m. He will sit there. He's a family man, he's married, he's got children. He will leave that office at 2 a.m. So thank you. If I don't get an opportunity,
You need to cancel.
it's an honor to serve alongside him. Thank you so much.
Yeah, viva Comrade Shindume! So please, thank you so much. There's also other CD members present here. There's Jackie, and then there's Comrade...
You're totally right. Let me please recognize them. Jackie, please stand. Comrade Elizabeth, please stand.
Wow.
Yes, please stand.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
These are the people that we sit with until 2 a.m.
in the morning.
Yes. Regardless of our responsibilities. Yes.
Thank you so very much.
So thank you. Please, let's grab something.
Yes, perhaps before we just grab something, may I please have a special request that the Shibute and Netina, please proceed first.
Who? The elders. No,
Viva the elders, Council.